What's going on, people? Be More Photos here, back at you with another video. I'm here with my man Niels. Basically, we've got the Z9. Look at this camera, it's a beast. I thought I'd do a video straight away to show you my first impressions, thoughts about what I think about this camera. Because this camera is aimed at wildlife photographers, sports photographers. What about street photographers? What about architectural photographers? What about us? Like, how does the camera work for us? I thought, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna cop it, I'm gonna shoot with it and see what this camera can do. So I'm gonna give you thoughts, my feedback on what I think of this camera and whether you should buy it and what's so good of it. Why is it Nikon? Why are Nikon making so much a big noise about this camera? And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and thanks for watching. Let's do this. One thing about this camera that separates it from the rest of the cameras is that it has no shutter, okay? It's got this little curtain that comes down when the camera is off, and when you take a lens off, it will protect the sensor, but that's not the shutter. This camera doesn't have a shutter. It's crazy. How can a camera not have a shutter? Think about it. When you buy a camera, you always want to know how much shutter the camera's been, like how many actuations it's gone through. Now they've removed the shutter, what are you gonna see? You're gonna be like, okay, how long's you've been using it? Like that's crazy. Like, you got to think how that has just changed the game. Nikon has completely changed the game. You got to think about that. It's crazy. This camera is nuts. It's not your average camera. And I'll tell you another thing about this camera. What I really like, I never really had the battery grip, but with this camera, obviously the battery grip comes, and man, it is so nice to shoot like this, to have to tilt your hand like that. Like, this is just such a pleasure. It's like making me fall in love. The one thing I do need to be aware of is you can lock this button, because sometimes you do press it accidentally, and that is annoying when your camera just takes like 100 shots by leaning on the button. But you can lock it, and you have to remember to unlock it. That's one of the things I would say that is kind of new, that I'm working my way out. But yeah, it's really cool. You've got the flippy out screen. Look at that. So you've got, it goes down really flat, and you've also got it like that. So one thing I'll tell you about this camera that's really good is the build quality. It is as solid as a tank. The way it feels, the solid, it's just a tank. This is like probably one of the strongest cameras I've ever owned. I never really go for flagships with Nikon. I always get the one below it, but I was happy to actually buy this one. There was something about it that made me feel that Nikon have really put everything into this camera. So yeah, the build quality is amazing. You will not be disappointed with that. The specs are insane, okay? You've got 45 megapixel, you've got 8K 30, yeah, 4K 120, but the thing about it shoots JPEG. You can go to JPEG, I think it's 11,000 resolution, and you can get 120 frames a second on JPEG. Like, that's nuts. You can get 20 frames a second at 45 megapixels. That's just mind blowing. Think about it. You've got speed and you've got the size of portraits, like shots that you can zoom in. You've got the speed and you've got the resolution now together. So there's no more, oh, I need a sports camera, I need a portrait camera. It's all in one. Then you've got the film side, you've got the 8K, you've got the 4K, you've got the 4K one. Is there anything this camera doesn't do? Like, think about it. It's like, what do you want to shoot? It will shoot. That's it. You know, so that's another game changer. It's like, you don't need two cameras. You just buy one camera and that's it. Just the feel of it, like the feel of the camera feels so good. It doesn't feel big when you hold it. It looks big, but when you hold it, it doesn't feel big. It's some weird kind of shape. Compare it to my Z7, and the Z7 is slightly smaller. Like, it's like the Z7 with a battery grip, and that's basically it. Like, apart from that, it's like almost the same as the Z7. The battery is ridiculous. Like, it's gone down 1 bar, and I was using it yesterday for like about 4 or 5 hours. Takes one of these batteries. It's an EL 18D, and you just pop it in there and you're good to go. It also, you got 2 XQD card slots for your 8K recording and all that stuff, all that good stuff. HDMI, full HDMI, USB-C, and then you got like an Ethernet port, you got the mic, headphone. It makes shooting too easy. Oh man, that looks butter. I love the focusing. It's got these squares where the focusing just sticks to everything. It just knows what you want to shoot. You can find animals, people, cars, planes. It actually knows when they're in the scene, which is nuts. That's nuts, dude. Right, this camera's mad. But like, listen to this, listen to this. Okay, I just took like hundreds of photos of the sky, but how crazy is that? 45 megapixel, you're just shooting like that. That's insane. I have to delete all those shots now. I love the way, like when you shoot, I can show you this. Instead of like the screen going black, there's no blackout, all right? There's no blackout. The screen doesn't go black, you just see it. So it's got these lines that go around the viewfinder, and basically those show you that the camera's taking the pictures. Obviously I've got the sound on, but you can turn the sound off. It's completely silent because there's no shutter. But yeah, the light is beautiful here. It's not that heavy. Like it's heavy, it's weighty, but it's not. It's like going back to DSLR weight again. That's what it is. You went to mirrorless and you went back to DSLR weight, and then like, you know, you've all that weight saving on the mirrorless is gone. It's all gone. It's so easy to use. I feel like as a pro photographer, you want tools that are easy to use. So yeah, like why wouldn't you get a camera that makes your life easier? It makes sense. Just get the job done and go home, I suppose. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Me and Neil's rocking with the Z9, showing you what it can do. I hope this has helped you make your thoughts if you're thinking about purchasing this camera. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see more, just like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.